Hello everyone and welcome to the new year. In this video, I decided I'm going to give you guys my top 5 games that I'm excited for in 2021. Now a couple things before I get into the list. Firstly, this list is not in order by any means. These games are just off the random. So no, the number 1 is not my most anticipated game, it's just the order that I put it in. Secondly, one of these games does not have an actual release date. I'm just assuming it'll be releasing in this year. And lastly, obviously there are more games that I'm anticipated for than just this 5, but I decided I only wanted to do a short, sweet, and small list for you guys today. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Number 1, Final Fantasy XVI. Final Fantasy is a series that is very near and dear to my heart. While the most recent entry, Final Fantasy XV, really shook up the formula, I still really enjoyed its world, characters, and the combat somewhat. While I prefer turn-based in JRPGs, if real-time combat is done right, it can be extremely fun. And from the looks of it, Final Fantasy XVI seems to be heading in the right direction. It looks fast, flashy, and most importantly, extremely fun. Most Final Fantasy titles as of late have strayed away from the medieval roots that most fans like myself remember fondly. But it appears that the latest entry will take place in a more medieval fantasy setting, which just gets me even more excited for this game. As of now, Final Fantasy XVI is not slated for 2021, and I know Square is notorious for announcing games extremely early, but Square has already stated that Final Fantasy XVI will be here sooner than we think, so I'm going to assume 2021. Number 2, Bravely Default 2. I completely missed out on the first Bravely, and what a shame because it's right up my alley. I do plan on playing it before its sequel, but it's still so pricey. The Bravely Default series reminds us of a golden era of JRPGs, if you will. I love the art style, and from what I've heard, the combat is very fun and adds a unique spin on things. This is slated for February, which is right around the corner, so not much longer until it's in fans' hands. Bravely Default 2 will launch on February 26th. Number 3, Super Mario 3D World Deluxe plus Bowser's Fury. While I do love my JRPGs, platformers are a very close second. Now I know this is a port, but I simply adored 3D World on Wii U. It's easily my favorite title on the console, hands down. Not only am I very excited for this one, I'm also happy that so many new fans will get a chance to play this for the first time. If you didn't own a Wii U, and I'm not surprised if you didn't, pick this up. It's filled with great level design, a lovely soundtrack, local co-op, and newly added online co-op as well. This will be a day one pickup for me 100%. And if you're into amiibos, the game will launch alongside a new Cat Mario and Cat Peach amiibo. And most importantly, we are getting a completely new mode called Bowser's Fury, which looks like a ton of fun, and it seems like it will be utilizing the Cat Mario power up to its fullest potential. Super Mario 3D World Deluxe plus Bowser's Fury will launch on February 12th. Number 4, Resident Evil Village. Capcom has been doing incredibly well lately, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down. After 2 great remakes in the RE series, I'm ready for more. Both RE2 and RE3 remakes were great in my opinion. While I'm still somewhat new to the series, RE8 has got my attention. Who knows how good things will look utilizing new hardware. Unfortunately, it seems like 8 is taking the same approach as 7 when it comes to a first-person view, but from what I've heard, 7 is a great game, so I'm open to try it. I prefer a third-person view, but I think I'm going to tackle some of the other entries in the series before I move on to 8. But I'm still very excited to see what Capcom pulls off in this new entry for a beloved survival horror series. No definitive release date as of this recording. Number 5, NieR Replicant. While I know the actual title's a bit longer, I'm just going to stick to NieR Replicant if you guys don't mind. Back in 2017, I believe it was in February, I went into my local GameStop and purchased a game called NieR Automata. I played it for about 5 hours and simply put it down. I don't know why, but it just seemed like it wasn't for me at the time. And it wasn't until about a month later I was going through my backlog and said, you know what, I'll give this one another try. And I'm so happy I did. I simply fell in love with NieR Automata. The world, the setting, the characters, the narrative, the combat, everything about it I couldn't get enough of. I did almost every single ending that you could possibly get. I came close to getting the Platinum Trophy, but I've yet to do so, but I do plan on doing it. And most importantly, once I finished, I just wanted so much more. And Not only was the combat so engaging, the narrative was so much more. So every chance I got, I just couldn't stop adoring this game. It was almost to the point where I couldn't find anything wrong with it in my personal opinion. Now, I know that Nier Automata has seen some great success. I think it's sold over 5 million copies now, which is great, and I'm happy to hear that. Personally, I would like some follow-up to Nier Automata, and I know that the way one of the endings plays out, it doesn't really allow for that. It kind of closes that chapter. But either way, I'm just happy that there's more Nier. Now, Nier Replicant is an updated version of Nier Replicant previously released only in Japan. So we are going to be getting a never before released in the States game for the Nier series, which is nice. And it does seem like the combat is akin to what I've seen, or to what I've played, in Automata. So I am happy to see that. Now, I really hope that the music follows along too, because Nier Automata had a phenomenal soundtrack, which I still play to this day. As of right now, Nier Replicant is slated for April 23rd, 2021, so not too much longer until we see this one. And with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys plan on picking up this year? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a good one.